All right, the lesson is about finding a missing coordinate. So we may be given 2 points and a slope, but one of the coordinates is incomplete. So for instance, they will tell us that we have this point here, point A and point B, and they'll tell us the slope, but notice that one of the coordinates of the second point is missing, and we have to discover what that is. So before I show you how to do this algebraically, I really want to show you what this looks like graphically. So go with me here for a minute to GeoGebra. And here I've got one of those problems we were just looking at, and an incomplete point here, a point here, and a slope. So I'm going to use this point and the slope to graph the line. So I'll start off by getting a point, and I'll put a point at -4, 4. And may have to move this up just a bit so I can see it better. All right, so -4, +4 is this point. That's this second point. My slope is 5/6. So I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put my second point. And then I'm going to put my line in, as we've learned with graphing. All right, so this is that line. So let's see if we can find what y is where x is 2. So we go over to 2 and up until we hit the line, and there we have it. When x is 2, y is equal to 9. So we know then graphically that this is a 9. So now I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to do this algebraically, because sometimes the numbers we have here may be too large to graph it. It may be a real life situation where I need to find a second value when given a rate of change and an initial place to start. So this is a very important skill to know how to do algebraically. So follow with me here if you can, if you will. What we want to do is we want to start out with the slope formula. And I'll remind you that the slope formula is that the slope m is equal to the change in y, that is, subtract the 2 y's, and then subtract the 2 x's. That's it. And that's all we need to do this. I'm going to remind you that this is x, and this is y, and this is x, and this is y. And of course, this is my slope. So here I go. My slope of 5/6 is equal to, now here is my advice to you. Remember that it doesn't matter what order we subtract these in, as long as I'm consistent from my y's to my x's. What I would do if I were you is always make sure that the unknown y is the one you start with. So for example, as I go to finish this side and I do my change in y, I'm going to say y -4. If it were reversed and it was over here, this point was my second point, I would still start with y. So I'm going to say y -4, and then I'll come back for my x's, start back with this one, and say 2 minus -4. Okay, from here, I'm going to simplify it. 5/6 is equal to y -4/6. All right, now this is where I need you to remember your rules for cross multiplying. Remember when you were doing proportions, you might have a simple little problem that was something like 2 over 8 is equal to 6 over some number here. And you would cross multiply and set them equal to each other and solve for your variable. We're doing the same thing here, only it's a little bit more complicated because of the y -4. But this is what that looks like. So you'll want to cross multiply. Let's start with this one. Cross multiply here, and I'll have 6 times the quantity y -4. it is absolutely imperative that the y minus 4 be written in parentheses. So 6 times y minus 4 is equal to 5 times 6. Uber easy. Whoops. I'm just going to write 5 times 6 to start with. And then let's simplify this. So we simplify. I'm going to distribute and get 6y minus 24 is equal to 30. Move the 24 over, and I get 6y is equal to 54. And y, of course, is equal to 9. And that's exactly what I found when I did it graphically. So this is the algebraic version, and this is the graphic version of it. So I'm hopeful that this is helpful to you. And there are some other problems here that you can work with. Let me find them. They went away. Here they are. I think I'd like to do one more. I'd like to do one more of these. You can stop the video here if you're okay with this and you don't need me to keep explaining. But I do want to do one more example. I think I'll do this one where it's undefined. Actually, I might do 2 more, but this one. All right, so undefined, remember, are vertical lines. And in vertical lines, all x's are the same. So this one we figure out just because we know definitions. The x's, all the ordered pair in a vertical line, the x values are the same. Let's do this one together. We'll start with m is equal to y minus y over x minus x. I know that my slope is a negative 11 over 7. I'm going to do, start with this one. So I'm going to be saying x minus negative 2 and 9 minus negative 2. Let's simplify. 11 over 7 is equal to, that's 9 plus 2, so that's 11. And this is x plus 2. So now I'll cross multiply. I'll have negative 11 times x plus 2 equals 7 times 11. We'll get negative 11x minus 22 equals 77. Negative 11x is equal to 99. X equals negative 9. So what's missing is a negative 9. So that's how you find a missing coordinate in this situation, and it doesn't really have a title. So that's it, and I'm hopeful the video was helpful, and y'all have a great day.